Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke. Yeah, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king in apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you have your mom with the goons.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Oh yeah. Come on, where's that ball sack at, baby? Testing. Testing, testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1400 and 6-5 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What is going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and ye all hoes. It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode, and today's Daily Swole is brought to you by Everest and K2, flexing on all you bitches. How we doing? We got some hashtag N to the O to the C. We got Tess Hornaday looking sexy like a snack. Make sure you go and follow this sexy beach over on Instagram, Tess Hornaday. For your inspirational needs, for your nuts on chin. Look, it matches her sexiness. It matches that sexiness. That sexy fucking beach. That sexy fucking beach. Look at you. Look at you, Tess Hornaday. Look at you, sexy boosh. Look at you. How we doing, fam? How is everyone doing? Of course, we are streaming live on the Swolenormous channel. So every single Sunday, the APS live is live here on this channel, but you can follow every single episode. You can catch the live streams. If you want to catch the live streams, all you got to do is follow and hit that subscribe bell and the button on the Daily Swole channel. So it's in the related channels. If you love the podcast, this is just something that we do every day. It's just not here every day. But first, Tomorrow, I just posted the event in the group. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, we have our accountability meeting. So we got some new releases. We got some new sweet action tomorrow, so I'll see everyone. If you're part of the Swole fam, and this is available, of course, inside Swole TV, but inside the private Facebook group with the live stream. And of course, we'll talk about the brand new releases in this release tomorrow. Major fucking shit. We got a brand new Procast coming, of course. it's not really a surprise if I've been telling you about it, but also the brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged. You get your first episode of Nuts on Chin Unplugged. So if you love the sack, if you love the salty sack, tomorrow you're going to see how salty it can get. It's delicious. It's delicious. It smells delicious. So tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time for Swolenormous X members. If you want to join, you can join for as little as $3. Check it out, swolenormousx.com. Super simple. And you can get access to the private community and Swole TV and all the good shit. So episode 5 of the Procast is going down tomorrow. It's going down. That's right, Phil. Daddy's bringing some sack, swinging nuts like a goddamn... I'm just swinging them like coconuts over my fucking head. Oh my goodness. The last 2 weeks has been like NOC Christmas, right? Well, tomorrow we got some more sack. I got some more sack tomorrow, but let's get into a couple of the comments because yesterday's video, obviously there's no video, no Nuts on Chin today. This is the video today, but yesterday posted the Adele. And I just wanted to go over a couple more comments on a couple different videos. So if you have any more context or questions about any of the NOCs, you got any questions, you could start dropping your questions down below. So let's get into a little bit of these questiones. Let's get into a little tip action and you can start dropping some questions down below. We'll get to it ASAP. So here we go, fam. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. So get ready. Let's go over some of the latest comments on a bunch of different videos, not all the same video. So let's see what we got going on here. This is from Foodie Beauty, The Dark Side of Mukbangs. Shayla Adams says, I had septic shock last July when I was on life support, in a coma for 3 weeks with a slim chance of survival. I was morbidly obese and ate horrible after that. I changed my life. I've lost 50 pounds so far, changed my diet, kicked processed food and carbs out of it. I feel more energetic and happier. Fuck to the yeah. Good for you, Shayla. Good for you. That's some serious shit. Sometimes you need just a fucking slap in the face, right? Sometimes you just need just a slap across the tits to get your shit together. The Crazy Renee channel. The Crazy Renee channel. Uh-oh, here we go. I was unfriended by some guys on Facebook because I lost weight. They said I was too skinny and no longer their type, as if I even thought about them like that. I'm not even skinny. I'm 5'3" and 130 pounds. I'm normal. I didn't like being overweight. Guess I lost some dead weight when they left my page too. Yeah, fuck yeah. You don't need those beaches. You don't need those jabronis. Yow. You don't need those fucking tool bags. You don't need that shit. Community. Remember what we always talk about? And I'm talking about this tomorrow's video too. Your community is so important. That's why the Foodie Beauty video was so gross. You know, when you surround yourself with shitty people, when you have poor people in your inner circle, whether it's a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, parents, best friends, coworkers, when you have people in your circle that suck, more likely to drag you into the undergunch, that fucking undertaint of life. You don't want to get dragged under like that shit. So hashtag NOC if you want to win today's Swole card. We'll be announcing that at the end of today's video. We got a couple more juicy juice posts, a couple more tip, and we'll get right into some Q&A. This is a throwback. This was a throwback video last year. Tess Holiday is fit at 300 pounds. And this was about, remember when Nike released all those fat mannequins? Dominique Johnson says, I am glad Nike is selling plus size fitness clothes. I know as a big person, gym clothing is very hard to find, especially when you want to lose weight or start to lose weight. And I agree. I think it's fine. I think, if you don't want to be obese, you have to start somewhere. If you are obese, you need to lose weight. If you are obese, you need to lose weight. And if you're obese, what are you going to train naked? You need some fucking clothes. So good for you. I just wanted to throw back there because we get some fun videos. Maybe you remember that video. Maybe you remember that little outrage. And oh my God, there's overweight mannequins. Well, unfortunately, that's the normal person. That's normal. But to get them more healthy, we have to remember that a normal doesn't mean good. A common doesn't mean good. Okay. That's the problem. Common doesn't mean good. Just because you go outside and you see so many people that are fat doesn't mean it's good to be fat. It just means that most people don't give a fuck about their health. Most people eat like shit. Most people don't exercise. Most people are lazy fucks. Most people are lazy, uninspired fucks that eat garbage food. What do you expect? What do you expect? This is on yesterday's video, Laura S. I get grief from overweight family members as if I'm snobby or being insulting by working on myself. And I am nowhere near my prime weight yet. Quiet determination is the way. Fuck yeah. Good for you. Good for you, Laura. Drop in the comments down below if you deal with shitty family members, if you deal with shitty people. How is your community? How is your number one? How is your first pillar? How many of you are followers of the 7 pillars? Number 1, community. Let me bring this up. Let me get this fucking shit up. Pillar 1, community. I'll bring up the 7 pillars right now. For those of you, if you want to download your copy, I definitely have some wallpapers coming too. If you want to download your copy of the 7 pillars, all you got to do is go over to swolenormousx.com and you can download it at the top. So pillar number 1 is community. And your environment is a reflection of your choices. It will shape who you are and who you will become. Community is the first pillar for a fucking reason. Your environment, who and what you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself, I'm telling you, if you surround yourself with shitty people, guess what's going to happen to you? If you surround yourself with fat people, you're not going to lose weight. If you surround yourself with lazy people, you're not going to exercise more. If you surround yourself with people that don't have any aspirations for their life, you're going to struggle to find yours. Okay. That's why it's so hard for so many people to break habits, because when you're eating shit, you're usually eating shit with other people. You're going and hanging out with people that eat shit. You're going out with people that don't exercise. You're hanging out with people that are gaining weight, that don't give a fuck. So what do you think is going to happen with you? You're going to end up not giving a fuck. You're going to end up gaining weight. Like orders of magnitude more. You're going to just completely waste away. It's who you surround yourself with. You're the average, right? You're the sum or the average of the 5 people in your circle. Whatever kind of cliche and saying, it's all true. Your environment is everything. Who are you surrounding yourself with? If you're surrounding yourself with shitty people, guess what? You're going to end up being a shitty person. You know what I'm saying. Adele's extreme weight loss. People are freaking out. Indeed they are. From Rebecca Burns. Imagine working so hard to lose all that weight and you get shit on for it. And when people actually comment positive things about it, they get shit on too. When I lost a bunch of weight, it made me happy as hell when people noticed and commented because it was fucking difficult. Damn straight. You should pat yourself on the back and people should be respectful of that because it does take effort. You have to fucking put in work. And that's what I was saying. I don't care if she has money. She fucking put in work. Samantha, so far, the better shape you're in, the easier it is to sing and perform. Adele was a powerhouse before. I can't wait to hear what she does in her next music career. Next. Maybe. I mean, if you're healthier, you can definitely have more energy, but whether or not she puts the same effort in, we'll see. But I agree. Healthier is better. Post on Foodie Beauty, the dark side of mukbangs. M. Boyce says, for me, I had brain fog, depression, anxiety, insomnia. That all went away miraculously when I stopped eating refined sugar and processed, quote, food. Obviously, that's sarcastic. Miraculously, right? You get rid of sugar and processed food, of course you're going to feel better. I struggled for most of my adult life, thinking that my fatigue, bad mood, headaches, and overall pain was something I had to accept. I was tricked into thinking drugs could help, but it was only when I decided to finally get real and do the hard work that my life changed forever. Preaching to the fucking choir. Good for you. Good for you, M. Good for you, M, boys. Good for you. Yow. Good for you. All right, let's get into some Q&A because I know you're all itching for some Q&A, so let's just jump right into it. So drop a comment down below if you have a question. So I'll be answering any questions you got. Welcome. Just drop the hashtag if you can. Use a question mark, you fucking jabronis, and use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio, and I'm much more likely to see it because the text is scrolling really fast on Facebook and on YouTube. So drop a question, I'll scroll through and see what we got here. See, this is how it's done. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio, a question mark at the end. Let's give a fucking round of applause for D2H. There you go. Asking a fucking question with a question mark. Funny. That's how it has to be done. I'm so happy. Are you going to touch on Connor Murphy's breakdown? To be honest, I probably could not give less of a fuck about anything that guy posts. I vaguely am familiar with the topic because I saw a suggested video. I don't really know what happened. He's a well-known prankster, all that shit. So who the fucking knows? I haven't looked into that at all. I don't feel like it's worth anything for me to cover unless you all think so. I haven't looked at it, but I'm willing to look at it. I just don't know if it's necessary. So I don't really know much about what happened. My general awareness is that he filmed a video that may or may not have been under the influence of psychedelics or something, potentially. I don't know the whole story, so maybe if there's enough, I don't know. We can talk about it. I'll look in the comments. We'll see. I'm aware of it, but I haven't really checked into it too much. Reynold Greenleaf. I believe you think there is no such thing as orthorexia. I didn't say I don't think there is. I think it's laughable because most of the things in orthorexia as defined are laughable as things that people should be doing. However, couldn't extreme vegans or carnivores be considered orthorexic and compromising their health with their, of course. That's why, if you looked at the definitions in yesterday's episode, it was so funny because one of those things, these were people like even on WebMD and on Psychology Today, they were trying to get 5 or 10 bullet points. And one of them said, cutting out animal products or dairy. It's like, oh, well, yeah, vegans could be, it depends on how you define anything. Anyone could be anything, depends on how you define it. It sounds like most of the things that would qualify you as orthorexic are things that people should be fucking doing more of. So that's why I thought it was laughable. There's a disorder for everything. I thought it was kind of a joke. I think it's just people trying to cause or create more diseases and more issues so they can identify with them and have a fucking team or a tribe or something. Seems really fucking weak. Look at your name. I'll call you Yeet. NOC. I was initially put off by this language, but now I love the sack Papa drops. Everyone does. It's a little salty at first, but then you get used to the salt and then you crave the vinegar. Go Power Go-Go. How much of a role does genetics play in keeping people like Matt does fitness fit while eating crap? I don't know. Probably a lot. Is it that or really their exercise regime? It's probably both. I mean, he obviously exercises. And, to assume that these people eat like this all the time, it's not really true. I mean, even if you eat like that, if your body is going to default to what it's normally exposed to. So if you're exercising 7 days a week and you're training hard and you're lifting and you're doing cardio and whatnot, or whatever you're doing, and if you're calorie balanced, if you're going to these extremes for a couple of videos here and there, it doesn't mean you're going to look differently. So genetics have a big role in a lot of things, but it's really habits and what your body is exposed to. So your body gets used to acting a certain way. Your body gets used to metabolizing a certain way. Your body gets used to certain nutrients. Your body gets used to certain types of exercise outputs. So that's why people that are fit, once you're in shape, one meal is not going to throw you off unless you just completely stop exercising and eat like shit all the fucking time. So that's what it gets a little bit inconsistent because a lot of people eat really healthy aside. Some people eat really healthy aside from all this, or they don't eat much. Like Eric the Electric, he used to be an anorexic. Now he's an exercise bulimic and he did a video the other day I might cover because I didn't even watch it yet, but it says I ate 1,000 calories every time I blinked. What a fucking moron. Like, I mean, is no one in these people's circles? Is no one telling them that they're just fucking killing themselves? I mean, I think Matt does like these like family cheat days. And like, that's fucked up. Now you're hurting your family and your child. Like your child can't choose whether or not to eat real food or not. So that's essentially child abuse. And I'm fucking saying it. If you're feeding your kid garbage food, that your kid does not have a choice. It's a form of child abuse. And of course that comes down to subjective, like, oh, what's healthy? What's not healthy? Well, if it's coming in a fucking box and it's fucking made in a lab and it's made with artificial crap that isn't found in nature, don't feed your kid that. It's a bad choice. I think it's pretty simple. It's so complicated. Oh my God. Fitness and nutrition so complicated. Is it really? You mean eating real food? Oh my God, the struggle. It's because garbage is on every fucking corner. And if you're trying to rely on willpower all day long, you're going to fucking fail. You have to make sure your environment, your community, pillar number 1, community is environment. It's the same thing. Community, environment, who and what you're surrounding yourself with. Your environment is a reflection of your choices. If you are surrounding yourself with a lot of trash, if you're buying trash and keeping your pantry, if you're driving past fast food places all the time, if you're hanging out with people that eat crap all the time, that want to just binge drink and binge eat all the time, you are going to fucking fail because you're surrounding yourself with that kind of shit. All right? Don't hang out in a fucking opium den if you're an addict. All right, here we go. Let's go into some more things. Denis Cardinal. Hello, Denis. What are your thoughts on sauna? I like it. I like me some sauna. I haven't gone back in since the stay at home because I don't want to expose myself to potential who knows what the fuck, but I love me some sauna. I love it. Let's see here. Veganism is more of a, it's definitely more of a, I don't want to hurt animals. It gets misconstrued. It gets misconstrued in many ways. And that's one of the problems. Veganism is now part of like the environmental movement. So if you're not a vegan, you hate the environment. It's all this intersectionality. It's just like the LGBTQAIXYZ kind of thing. It's like everything's crossed over. And, you know, if you're against one, you're against everything. So if you're not a vegan, you hate the environment. That's not true. I'm still against farm-raised animals. I don't think the feedlot beef, I think that's terrible. I like grass-fed beef. Of course, an animal's going to die. Well, humans die too. We just don't eat humans, but another animal would eat a human. It's like you can't pick and choose. It's a circle of life, and this is how we evolved. What's not natural is eating fucking grass all the time for a human. What's not natural is eating out of a fucking box and eating fast food and eating all this concentrated sugar. That's not normal, which is why people are getting fat and dying. Such complicated shit. I'm on fire today. Am I on fire? I'm on fire. Yo. That is on fire. Courtney, question. Well, you're close. You're getting there. Question. What about some Ask Papa Swolio? What about some hashtag there, Court? How is training for strength different for training for muscle growth? It is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. How heavy are you going? What's your volume? What's your program like? Strength and muscle growth, they cross over. They're not mutually exclusive. Like you can get stronger and build muscle, but if you want more muscle growth and more cross-sectional area, if you want to grow and get hypertrophy and get that kind of benefit, you generally want to do more volume. You want to do more repetitions. You want to, perform at a lower intensity of your 1 rep max, for example. General butt naked. Don't waste your breath on Clenner Murphy. Clenner Murphy. It's sad, but not worth your time. I don't know. I mean, he's a prankster, so I don't know what that was about. I mean, it just goes to show, look, I never try to make light of mental health, but what I will say is that all these people that are doing mukbangs, like Foodie Beauty, who is talking, oh my God, my depression, blah, 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 and she's eating fucking shit all the time. Don't look for sympathy if you're fucking your face with garbage food and then complaining that you're low mood, you don't feel like getting out of bed. Well, stop eating shit. Stop stuffing your face with pizza. Stop eating Taco Bell. Stop eating thousands of calories on camera and then complain about your depression. No one should give a fuck. Why would anyone care? It's hypocrisy and it's playing a fucking victim and it's disgusting. Why does this guy talk about nutrition? Because I know about nutrition. It's common sense. It's simple. Natural Hulkster. Sound a little salty, Beesh.
Come on, stop whining.
You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like information? You don't like common sense? Natural Hulkster. Yow, stop being a baby. I do know about that channel. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. Ask Papa Swole, I want to eat ice cream right now. Talk me out of it. I don't give a fuck if you eat ice cream or not. I'm not going to talk to you about shit. Do it for the right reasons. Don't eat it. Why? Why would you eat it? I'll fucking talk you out of it. Don't be a bitch. Eat it if you want to. It's not going to help you. Duncan McTaggart. Do you believe parents who want to raise their kids without processed and sugary foods are negatively stereotyped as too strict? Of course. Of course. Absolutely. You want to feed your child good food? Yeah. Most people don't want to. Most people, that's an easy one. PP Head. Hi, PP Head. Hi. I want to start exercising and eat healthy, and I want to tell my mom, but I don't know how to. I'm 5'3.5" and 148 pounds, but I don't know where to start. Can you give me advice? I would recommend starting with some basic exercise, maybe some body weight exercises. You can try, some kind of free workouts you find online. You can start eating healthier, start following some of the principles that I've outlined in my podcasts or on the website, swolenormousx.com. There's some resources about the elimination diet. There's some workouts there as well, but they're a little bit more advanced ones that are in the resources section. You could try the free Swole class. Yoga is great. Bodyweight exercises are great. You don't know how to tell your mom. This is not like coming out. You're not gay or something. You want to exercise. You want to take care of your health. Why is this why would that be a controversial issue? Has she told you that you can't exercise? I want to tell my mom, but I don't know how. Mom, I want to train. Oh my God. Oh my God. My son. I never thought my son would want to exercise. Just curious. Decimus Eden. Good name. Papa Swolio, what say you, Papa? What do you say about people who stopped working out and kept on bulking without exercising? What do you mean? Like they stopped working out, they wanted to bulk? I mean, look, a lot of people bulked without exercising, period. I'm sure a lot of people bulked. I'm sure a lot of people did jack shit. I think people use the quarantine and the lockdown as an excuse. And it's not to say that people didn't have real shit going on. People got sick. People lost their jobs. People had, hey, my gym closed too. So I bought some equipment because I was able to. And I did it before, when I had a feeling the gyms were going to be closing. I'm like, all right, the gyms are going to close eventually. So I bought stuff. And then I did it at home, like most people. You do what you have to do, or you don't do it. Lockdown doesn't keep you from exercising. Lockdown doesn't keep you from meditating. Lockdown doesn't keep you from doing yoga. Lockdown might have some strain around nutrition, depending on if you have access to food or what your financial situation, but you can still make better choices. Lockdown, if anything, helped you with community because you're not able to hang out with shitty fucking people. So what did lockdown do? If anything, this should have made people's fitness and health better. So if your fitness and health got worse, that was your fault. I really believe that. Most times out of not, it's going to be your fault. This was an opportunity to learn a new skill. This is an opportunity to really lock your shit down, no pun intended. And if you didn't, that's on you. Most people in the Swole fam got improvements or made improvements. It's just how you look at it. Rachel Stratton, if you're having extreme muscle fatigue, both at rest and during a workout, should you up your calories or a specific food group? What do you mean? You have muscle fatigue at rest and during a workout. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? You just feel tired? It might have nothing to do with your food. Extreme muscle fatigue. I don't know what your programming is like. I don't know what your sleep schedule is like. I don't know what you're eating. I don't know how many calories you're eating. I don't know what you look like, what your experience is. I don't know anything about that. So maybe. I have no idea. Need more context. Chegg. Hey, Papa, is there a specific time of day which is best for working out, or does it entirely depend on the person? I would say whenever you fucking do it. If you like to work out first thing in the morning, then you should work out first thing in the morning. If you like to work out in the evening, then you should work out in the evening, because if you enjoy or you prefer to work out at a certain time, you're more likely to stay consistent with it. So who cares what anyone else does? Oh, testosterone's higher in the morning. Oh, fuck that. Just work out whenever you want to, as long as you do it. All right, I'm going to scroll and try to get more current with the questions. So if you asked earlier and I missed it, you can just drop it again. Ali Einstein X, are abs part of your current workout routine? I dabble on occasion. I don't really do a lot of focused ab training. You get so much. I'm doing tons of yoga. I'm doing tons of kettlebell stuff. I'm doing all free weights and tons of pull-ups and shit. My abs are fine. Most people train abs and it's just a fucking waste. And when I say it's a waste, most people are trying to get abs by crunching and doing fucking leg lifts and all that shit all the time. You can't spot reduce fat. It's more about what you're doing on a global level in terms of how lean you are. You have ab muscles. You just can't see them because you got fat over them, which a lot of times is a hormone imbalance. You're not sleeping well enough. Your cortisol levels are too high. You're not meditating. You're not getting enough rest. You're not recovering. You're training too hard. You're all these other things. So I do some stuff. I did 2 sets of leg lifts today. I mean, I don't like do a whole like ab circuit. We got some stuff. I got some Swollen 7 core inside Swolenormous X, but it's a great thing to add in as a component. But trust me, if any of you do kettlebell work, like, do you need to do abs? Do some Turkish get-ups. You're good. Do a couple Turkish get-ups and you're not asking about abs. Pee-pee head. It's the best name ever. My mom would be asking why I want to exercise and why I want to be healthy. And I don't really like explaining. Then don't explain because if your mom's asking why you want to be healthy, legit, you need to slap her across the tits. Theoretically, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Why do you want to be healthy, child? Orion, extra small. Do you count calories and or macros? I do not. I could not even tell you. I'm assuming I eat enough. I don't count anymore. I have before, but now I just eat to my satisfaction with the foods that work best for me. I don't count anymore. I keep saying, oh, I'll count someday. I never remember and I just don't care. But at the same time, I've also been doing this for a long time, so I know how I feel and I adjust like that. I'm happy with the way I'm doing things right now. So I haven't felt the need to count or calculate. I definitely don't play the macros game, but I don't eat a lot of carbs. If anything, it's some fruit, sometimes some white rice, sometimes some sweet potatoes, sometimes some veggies, but those are obviously more fibrous. So mostly fat and protein. For me, that's why I say if you do an elimination diet, you'll figure out what works best for you. David McGuire. Is it better to eliminate several food groups at once in a single elimination diet or a couple of food groups at a time over several elimination diets? Excuse me. It's better to do it all at once. And the reason is because a lot of times food groups or food items that are causing you problems can overlap. So one can mask something else. So you might see, okay, I got rid of dairy for a couple of weeks, but you were still eating grains. So for example, you might not really see the full impact of dairy because your body was still defending itself. Let's say both dairy or most dairy forms and grains, because a lot of people have issues with dairy, but they might not with butter or ghee. So, different levels of lactose and casein. So if you are not getting rid of another potential food that's, causing you sensitivities or inflammations and so forth, it might be covering up what you're trying to test. So the more controlled your elimination is, the better. It doesn't mean you can't do it that way, but you won't get all your information. You won't get all the feedback. You won't get all the context. So if you're going to do it, I just say do it right the first time if you can. Johanna Guevara, when is BMI accurate and when is it inaccurate? I wouldn't really pay too much attention to BMI. I mean, BMI is generally more accurate when you're not trained at all. When you don't exercise, when you've never really done jack shit, it's more accurate. I mean, people like to hate on BMI because it was developed by a white European male. Yeah, but if your BMI is high and you don't exercise, you're fucking fat. Like, look at people with a high BMI that don't exercise. Tell me how they look. They look fat. You don't want to have a high BMI if you don't train. My BMI is above average or obese because I have muscle mass. So then it's going to throw off the scale because it goes by your weight, and muscle weighs more than fat per volume. So that's where it can get inaccurate. So if you're a bodybuilder, it's not accurate. If you have more muscle mass, it's not accurate. It's a general guideline. And just because it was developed by a white male doesn't mean that it's fucking wrong or that it can't give feedback. But then everyone's complaining because, the obese category. So they're just nitpicking. They're just trying to find a way where they can validate being obese and have it, and that being obese is healthy. People are trying to play against every kind of statistic and trying to leverage every different angle to be like, oh, well, look at this. Well, if you look at it this way, obesity isn't a problem. Lose some fucking weight. Tons of fun. Just get off your ass. Shut your fucking mouth. Eat some better food. Just take care of your body. And if you don't want to, fine, but stop trying to encourage other people to be fat with you. It makes fat acceptance feel better. That's really what it does. It makes people that are part of fat acceptance and body positive and plus size, it makes them feel better. It makes them feel better to have people that are fat with them, that agree with them. It's nice to have a team. It's nice to belong somewhere. That's what human nature is all about. People want to have a tribe. We have the Swole fam. However, the Swole fam actually wants people to improve. I want you to improve, and everyone else wants everyone to improve. And we have people that are watching this podcast and the Nuts on Chin videos. We have women. We have women in their 70s watching. We have women in their 20s watching. We have dudes in their 60s and 70s watching. We have dudes in their 20s watching. We have people that have worked out for 20 years in our community. And we have people that are first timers that are morbidly obese. What does everyone have in common? We want to get shit done. We want to improve. We want to cut out all the fucking bullshit that everyone's trying to shove down our fucking throats. So, uncensored, we just tell it like it is. No fucking bullshit. And if you can't handle it, you can get the fuck out. I really don't care if you don't like the way I talk. I really don't care if you don't like what I say. I really don't care. You have a choice. You can change the fucking channel. Sonia Thornton. I am at the right weight. What is your suggestions to add muscle or get stronger? Well, stop worrying about what your weight is. It's not right if you're not, you don't have muscle tone. I mean, forget the weight. You should start lifting weights to build muscle and get stronger. And whatever that weight ends up being on the scale, who cares? Stop worrying about the scale. Sorry to pry, D2H. But has any family member in your life reached out for help? I lead by example. People around me have drastically improved their health just because they hear what I say, they see what I do for the last 20 years, and it just makes sense. Like my family that eats better, they're eating grass-fed beef, they're making these choices, they just feel better. I was on the phone with my mom earlier and she goes, yeah, I don't even eat chicken and all this stuff anymore. I just eat grass-fed beef. She's like, I just feel fucking great. Whenever I have grass-fed beef, I feel amazing. I feel satisfied. I'm not hungry all day. I'm like, you see? I fucking agree. I agree. There's nothing like some grass-fed beef. You just feel satisfied. It fills you up. It's my fuel. Not everyone might agree. That's okay. It is for me. So yeah, lead by example. How do you take your steak? Rare. And I like ribeye steaks. What faves do you have accompanying the steak? Butter and salt. Maybe some bone broth. Maybe something else like a sweet potato or some white rice. Maybe some vegetables or something. Depends. Maybe just the steak. Depends. Fill me up. Fill me up. Fill me up with meat. You can take that however you want it. Fill me up with meat.
Yow. Yow.
Put the meat in my mouth. Yeah, put your meat in my mouth. Guy Kos. Are dirty bulks considered bad or good in the long run? I don't think there's any real good benefit to a dirty bulk. Dirty bulk means you're eating shit food. And I'm not saying I did everything perfect when I was bulking back in the day. There are a lot of, most things that I did I wouldn't do now. So I don't think you should be dirty bulking. That just means you're eating shit. It's usually an excuse to eat shit fucking food. Give me a break. Most people just want to eat shit food and use an excuse. Oh, I'm bulking. Yeah, sure you are. But you're also building addictions that are going to be really hard to break. Papa Swole, I've been doing yoga several times a week. The past 3 weeks, I joined X a month ago. Nice. Welcome. Slowly getting my shit together. Good. Can't do more than 30 minutes of yoga. Is that normal for now? Sure. It's normal until you try to do more. I mean, do 30 minutes when you can, do 35 and then do 40 and then do 45. It's more about the frequency. It's more about the habits. So if you know that if you do 30 minutes, you're going to do that regularly, but if you do an hour, it's going to make you too sore the next day. You're not, I mean, don't be afraid to push yourself, but definitely start trying to push yourself, but just be consistent. Let's see here. Oh, a reminder. Today's Swole card is NOC, motherfuckers. Oh, a reminder. Let me see. Let me get some stuff on here. If you haven't yet checked out Swolenormous apparel, make sure you go and check it out. I'll drop it right here on the screen. We got some Tess Hornaday action. We got new shirts. We also have the Nuts on Chin gear over at Swolenormous apparel. So go check it out. I'm going to move it around. Whee! We got tanks. We got tees. We got the TVMANOC. Contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. Is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. And we got some sexy Hornaday looking like a snack. So if you want to grab one of these, swolenormousapparel.com. swolenormousapparel.com. Don't use the hashtag if you're not asking a question. Ask a question. Statements, looking. Let's see. Josh. Oh, why'd that not show up? Josh, have been gearing yoga towards weight training like upper body flow with upper body training, or depending on how feel, things to improve. Josh, what do you... I feel like your brain skipped a beat on that one. Have been gearing yoga towards weight training, upper body flow with upper body training, things to improve. I don't know what you're asking. You might want to rephrase that. I don't understand what you're asking. Nothing like a salty Sunday, nuts on chin, dropping sack, ask Papa Swolio live. That's not a question. Just using the hashtag Ask Papa Swolio doesn't make it a question, people. Scrolling. Do you think that mukbang channels like Nico, Kado, Fuck a Kado, and Foodie Beauty should be demonetized as to prevent them from eating junk as a job? I don't know, because I don't think so. I don't think they should be censored. That's not really what I'm making videos. One, if they get censored and they are not able to make videos, we're going to lose so much sack. Then there's less sack to put on them. I don't want anyone to not have a voice. I don't think anyone should be censored. I think they should have the right to do it. I think they should have the right to be monetized. What I don't think people should be feeding into it. I don't think they should be doing it. I don't think people should be watching and encouraging it. And yeah, I'm making videos about it, but it's because they're going to keep on making videos. So I'm just throwing my sack in the ring. So I don't think people should be censored. I think it's the culture that has to change. So it's a tough one. I mean, do I think they should get demonetized? You know, it's like, I don't think it should be like, oh, you can't. I don't think it should be in existence. I don't think people should be doing it. Of course they're going to do it. Of course people are going to still do it. They're still going to fucking do it. You think Nico Kado watches anyone's videos? He doesn't give a shit. You think Foodie Beauty is going to watch my video? You know what? He's right. She's going to keep on eating shit. She's not going to fucking change. Give me a break. Give me a break. I disagree. I don't know if this is for me or for someone else. If you hang out with losers, you should still have the willpower to not be a dipshit and do what they do. That's not true. If you hang out with losers, you are going to act similarly. You're going to act similarly because you are going to want to belong. You are going to map actions similar to your group of choice. That's how Homo sapiens, that's how human beings work. Humans want to belong. Humans need a tribe. Humans need community. And if you surround yourself with a shitty community, you are going to have a real hard problem. Willpower is not that strong. And if you do have the willpower to withstand it, what the fuck are you doing with those people anyway? So You shouldn't be hanging out with losers. That's a hard disagree with whatever you just said. Absolutely not. Pac-Man, what do you think about carnivore diet raw meat? Well, that's completely different than carnivore diets. You're talking about like a taiga. Is it true that you can't get over 50 sorts of nutrients in vegetables and fruits? Is it true that you can get that all you can get from veg and fruit is this one just hurts my head. I don't know what you're asking. What do I think about raw meat? I think you have to be very, very careful. I mean, certain cuts of, look, if you're going to eat raw, there's a risk. There's a risk. I don't think you should be, I think if you're cooking your meat a lot, I think you're just destroying it. You shouldn't be overcooking your grass-fed beef. You should be eating it cooked, appropriately cooked. You know, there's a reason why we eat cooked meats, because the nutrients are more available for us. You know, otherwise we would eat raw meat. I mean, some things can you eat some things raw and get benefits? Yeah, but there's definitely a risk. I mean, I've done plenty of raw eggs in my life with no problems, but doesn't mean that some people haven't. But if that's just very risky. I'm not going to condone that here. I know some people do eat raw meat. I've done some stuff and play with. I've never had any problems, but it doesn't mean that I wouldn't have problems, or doesn't mean that I couldn't have problems. But the quality of your food is going to make a huge difference too. I wouldn't do anything like that with anything, generic, store-bought and shit like that. I would avoid buying into any of that nonsense. Don't fuck around with raw meat. Andrea Diaz. Hey, Papa, big fan. Thank you. Any suggestions on how to get into meditation? Sure. There are a lot of apps that you can get from the App Store. I mean, we have an entire brain gain section inside Swolenormous X. Meditation, essentially, mindfulness is essentially getting comfortable sitting there and focusing on your breath and minimizing, I wouldn't say minimizing thoughts, but just observing, allowing your body to relax, allowing your mind to dance, and you're learning how to manage better. You're learning better management of your mind, because thoughts aren't going to stop, but it hones your focus and it brings you more into the present. So the simplest way to describe meditation or mindfulness is doing nothing. And a lot of people that struggle with meditation, a lot of people that struggle with this concept, are people that need it the most. It takes a lot of practice. If you think you're going to meditate for a couple days and you're going to nail it, people meditate their entire lives and still make progress, just like yoga. So it's not something that you do and you're like, hey, I'm good at meditation now. It's a constant practice. And some days are better than others. And some days you go really deep, and some days your mind is fucking racing. That's why it's a practice. The more you practice, just like mobility, the more mobility training you do, the more mobile you'll be overall. The more meditation that you practice, the more consistent you are, the more present, the more mindful you'll be on a regular basis. The faster you'll be able to catch things and adjust. And so that's a great way to do it. Are you going to take testosterone as you get older? Maybe. Why not? I want to live long, live vibrantly. Why not? As technology gets better, if I go and get like work done and like, hey, you're a little bit low, it's like, why not? Why not? I'm not one of those like, oh my God, I'm never going to do anything. I'm not going to just wither and fucking die. If anything, maybe just replace what naturally declines with time. Fuck yeah, why not? How do I get my Swole text? Well, nothing's changed. So maybe something happened with your thing and it got removed. I don't know. Send us an email. Send us an email or use a live chat if you're having issues with anything membership related. No, nothing I'm going to do here. Just send us a message. Email or live chat on the site. Email to support@Swolenormous or live chat. Definitely can't help you out with that here though. Probably a simple fix. I don't know where you're located. If you're on International or not. Have I ever raced anyone in a handstand race? Nope. And I really hope to never do. If I'm ever in a situation where I'm racing someone on my hands, there's other questions that arise. Empress, I'm doing keto and lost lots of weight. I'm usually full and want to maintain weight soon, but should I just eat more food? Some of these questions like hurt my brain. I feel like it's like the Riddler, like Jim Carrey. It's like, I'm doing keto and lost lots of weight. Question marks are floating around. Edward Nigma. I'm usually full. Okay. Should I eat more food? If you're losing weight, you're in a caloric deficit. So if you want to maintain, then you eat what you're expending. Your body will probably come to like a normal, like a natural resting level. I don't know anything about you, what you're doing for your training, what you're actually eating. But yeah, if you're losing weight and you don't want to lose weight anymore, you keep on losing weight. I guess for many people, that's a good problem to have. Then that's what you would do. You would eat more. Sometimes these questions catch me off guard. I'm like, oh, cool. It's not coherent. It's all right. Just rephrase it. If I tease you about your question, it's cool. It's cool. Just ask again. Don't take it personally. If you're here and you're on this channel, you can't take anything personally. Don't take it personally. And please ask a question with a question mark, for fucking Christ's sake. Please. Just put a question mark at the end. It's just kind of how questions are written. David McGuire. Do you need dedicated forearm exercises, or should you just rely on their role as accessory muscles and other exercises? Both. Depends. Sometimes genetics, people have bigger forearms or bigger calves, but you can definitely do dedicated forearm exercises. Again, depends on what kind of training you're doing. If you're doing a lot of deadlifts, you're doing a lot of kettlebell exercises, you're going to get some sick forearm strength and a lot of grip strength. But if you're looking for more hypertrophy, then forearms, in my experience, are just like calves, where they need more volume and more frequency. We have to build up with that because, of course, if you're fatiguing your forearms, you're doing crushing forearms on a Tuesday, and then Wednesday you're going to do an arm workout or, pull-ups and stuff, and your forearms are jacked up. Not a good thing. Dequan, what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting and carb cycling? I hate carb cycling. I think that's really meticulous. That's way too much focus on nutrition. Intermittent fasting's fine. That's just skipping breakfast and eating within a time restricted eating window, which is normal for humans. I think it's fine. I do it. I mean, I drank coffee today, so I didn't really fast. I mean, I had my bulletproof coffee today, but I don't eat really more than once a day or so. Or at least in the evening. I'll get my calories later on in the day. I don't like eating all day. I'll have a couple pieces of fruit maybe earlier. Depends. Do I eat only beef? I have heritage pork bacon. I don't like chicken. I think chicken's just bland for a reason. I don't really see any value really for me to eat chicken. I feel super satisfied when I'm consuming beef or, pork belly, pork bacon. Do I have something against them? I just fucking grass-fed beef is fuel. If I eat chicken, I'm like, if you think about it from a natural level, from a fundamental, the reason why it tastes bland, it's because you're not getting any fat. Like, where's the fucking fat? Where's the fuel? You're getting some protein, okay. Where's the actual, like, where's the fucking, where's the fucking sack? Like, it's like, where's the meat? Chicken's a vegetable. Now, some people like chicken. Look, when I was bulking, we were talking about dirty bulking before. When I first was bulking, a lot of people don't have a lot of money, so you have to eat a lot of calories, and I didn't know any better. So when I first moved down to Florida, there was like an Italian deli, and my grandfather has showed me this deli, and you go in the back and you get 20 pounds of beef, not beef, chicken. You go in the back and you order 20 pounds of beef, and no joke, it was like $1.29 a pound, $1.49 a pound. And I'm not fucking shitting you. I've talked about this many times. It was like, you could tell these chickens were doing some fucking cockfighting. These things were pumped full of whatever the fuck was going in. These chickens were huge. So After a while, I started getting nasty acid reflux. I was just eating tons of this chicken, tons and tons and tons. And so for a while, I went, because it got so bad, I was on Prilosec and I had nasty acid reflux. So for like 6 months, I don't think I went vegan. I went vegetarian. So, and here's what a lot of people mistake from doing veganism or vegetarianism and stuff like that. I cut out a lot of the shit. I like all the shit. I was eating only organic stuff and I was going very, very alkaline with my diet to balance it out. And I got rid of my acid reflux. But after about 6 months, I was just craving meat so bad. Craving meat, like in my I talk about it, like in my DNA. It wasn't, oh, I want meat. Because for a long time, I just didn't care. I didn't want it. And then eventually I couldn't get away from it. I didn't crave it as like an addiction. My body was telling me, you need to eat some fucking meat. So I did. But when I went back to eating meat, it was 100% grass-fed beef. It was always, always quality, and it's never come back. If I ever stray from it, I might get some, I've had acid reflux since, but once in a while, if I eat something that maybe had some other nutrient or some other aspect of it, if I ate someone else's cooking or we did something, this is over the course of, when I'm talking about this is going back like 12 years. So it's not like last week, but there's a lot of things that, might trigger that. But I feel fucking great now. Fantastic. J.R. Alberto Escobar. Just in case they didn't get it the first time. Escobar. Dos Escobar is better than one. Dear Papa Swolio. And Alberto writes, Dear Papa Swolio, do you think the world is going to learn its lesson and more people are going to get into fitness and healthy eating? Or will it be the same as before COVID-19? Well, Casey. Do I think the world is going to learn its lesson? I don't think anyone's going to learn jack fucking shit. I think people got fat. I think people are just going to continue with those bad habits that they solidified during quarantine. And I don't think it's going to change a goddamn thing. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I don't think anyone's going to change. There's no way that a quarantine and being stuck inside with the hashtag quarantine15 floating around with everyone's acceptance of being average, I don't think anything is going to change. If not, it's going to get worse. Nothing's really changed. You start taking away people's jobs. People have less money. Fast food starts looking depression, low mood, instant pleasure, escapism. This is not inspiring people to go fucking exercise. Oh, that's a good crack. Step into tomorrow. Hey, Papa, have you ever injured yourself with a band? Like, happened yesterday. Luckily, no one was filming. Otherwise, would have ended up on one of those gym fail. You mean if they snap? I've had bands break before, I think. It's smart. You have to check. If you're overstretching a band, it can break. If you have shitty quality, it can break. Make sure you check your bands first. I usually do. I threw out a band today. I had bought something on Amazon and they send like a pack of the loop bands. And it was like bullshit, no label. They're kind of like shitty quality. But I look and every time I see a little tear, just throw it out. You have to check your bands. Refaldi Saputra. How can I escape from yo-yoing my diet? By eating the food that you fucking need. I mean, what do you mean yo-yoing? Like eating shit and then eating good? You're not setting good habits. It could be any number of things, but it's about building good habits. The elimination diet helps teach you information. You still need to have good habits. You still need to have a good environment, hanging around with good people, not bringing shitty food into your fucking house, setting good habits, proper habit forming. There's really no other option. There's really no other way. It's just habits that you're building, habits that you're reinforcing, habits that you're leaning back on. Oh, gross. Let's see here. Scrolling. A lot of these questions I've answered already. Oh, maybe I'm just like really looking forward. You guys are just commenting really fast, which is cool. I just have to catch up. Daddy's got to catch up. Jen, sadly, I noticed that things around my city are going back to what it used to be. People not giving a shit. Of course, I don't think anything's going to change. Pac-Man, what foods would you recommend the most if you have hypothyroidism? I would recommend you go see your doctor. I'm not going to be prescribing you or recommending foods based on a medical condition. I mean, a lot of times damage to the thyroid could be genetic, could be a lifetime of punishing your thyroid, could be issues with recovery and sleep. There could be other factors, other endocrine disruptors and stuff like that. It's not really like any food is going to work better for you. Those videos that say that are just bullshit. You know, this food is great if you have an underactive thyroid. However, obviously, if you have an underactive thyroid, you're going to be a slower metabolism. So it still matters what you're putting in your body and creating an environment of health. Hard to say, but the food really doesn't change based on your thyroid. It's really about the habits and how you can maybe fix or repair it, but that depends on all the other factors of why it's a problem in the first place, which I can't answer for you. Summer Sun, would you ever do a homestead? You seem like to know how the animals. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I wouldn't mind having my own stuff. Definitely, I want to have chickens and stuff for eggs and something. Sure. Would I? I would. Am I now? No. I think it's great. Any advice for people who still live with their parents who are super unhealthy, but you want to get healthy? Move out. Get away from those people. If they refuse to buy, is it they're buying the food and they won't buy you the food, or they give you shit? It could be something where you're cooking with your family. Are they willing to purchase other items for you if you made it yourself? Is it a dynamic where your mother's getting upset because she's getting insulted because she grew up with food being like her method of showing love and you don't want to eat her food, so she's like, "Oh, my child hates me." What's the problem? That goes deeper than just like what's restricting you from making better choices. Do you have a job? How old are you? I don't know. Sometimes you get like 10-year-olds in here for some reason. Scrolling. Look at these fucking names. Vulpine, Molten Blood. The fuck is going on? Who hurt you? Vulpine. What was that from? I like it. Molten Blood. Sounds like fucking Lord of the Rings. Do you think a pescatarian diet is a good idea? There are a lot of good ideas. Depends on what you do. It's an option. I think that's the wrong way to approach nutrition. That's the problem with most people when they approach nutrition. They're like, "Oh, I need to get healthy. Let me go vegan." Yeah, good luck with that shit. Because all of a sudden you're just changing over. You're changing too many habits. You're changing what you buy. You're changing what you cook. You're changing all the taste responses. You're changing everything. You're putting yourself, like, how do you know that works best for you? I would recommend doing an elimination diet. And then if it navigates you towards a pescatarian diet, then sure. Then you already know that's what works best for me. Oh, whenever I eat red meat, even grass-fed beef, even the highest quality, I just feel sluggish. But when I have salmon, I feel fucking alive. I feel great. I have all this energy. Then there you go. It's not really that complicated. So hope that helps. Is Himalayan pink salt better than ordinary salt? Yes, there's definitely more minerals in it. I prefer Celtic sea salt. You can get that on Amazon too. I mean, normal sodium chloride, like normal table salt, is like 99% sodium chloride, but natural sea salt, like Celtic sea salt, is about, I think, like 70%. You get a lot of a lot of additional minerals and stuff that's very beneficial. Sexual chocolate. What's your favorite song? I've been listening to just podcasts lately. I'm combining my exercise time with education time. So I'll listen to either audiobooks or educational podcasts while I train so I can get a double benefit, making some gains in my brains and my training. Reggie Smedgy. Hi from Russia. Hello. Hello, Poppet. Hello, Poppet. Let's see. If you want to win today's Swole card, best way to do it is drop hashtag NOC in the comments. Drop some sack in the comments. Drop some salty ball sack. Oh, and a reminder, you beaches, tomorrow, for those of you that are Swolenormous X members, tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, accountability meeting. We'll go over the new releases. We'll go over the new releases for Nuts on Chin. So brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged inside Swole TV for members only. And also a brand new Swolenormous Procast for members only. So brand new drops in Swole TV plus additional drops that we'll be going over tomorrow. So 12 noon Eastern time. You all know it. The event's been posted in the private Facebook group. So Swolenormous X members tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Make sure that you tune in for that. And of course, I'll Swole text you before we go live, but 12 noon. Is it comfortable to wear those sunglasses all the time? Sure. I mean, I don't wear them all the time. But when I wear them, they are very comfortable. And I love them. Papa Swolio, how come you don't wear a shirt? Because I don't fucking feel like it. I don't wear a shirt when I'm off camera either. Sometimes I do. If I get a little chilly, I might wear a shirt. If not, I don't. It's kind of my thing. Jen, I work out with the Swolecast on. Love listening. I'm on episode 450, the throwbacks. Gorillas. Hells yeah. Liam, Papa Swolio, for those that struggle with choices and want a set diet, wouldn't they just be best to do an elimination diet and never add anything back in? Nutritional, they can get all they need. Well, in reality, the way I like to really explain what an elimination diet is, technically, everyone that figures out what fuel is best for them, technically you're always on an elimination, aren't you? But people misconstrue this as restriction. And I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree that it's restriction. I think that's a massive, massive misconception and a horrible miscategorization of healthy eating. It's not restriction. It's not eating shit fucking food. It's like that orthorexic bullshit. You should be really fucking obsessed and into it. You wouldn't have to be so obsessed with eating healthy if you lived in the fucking wild and you had to hunt and scrape for everything that you fucking ate. But in a world where everything is just at your fingertips, you have to be much more vigilant with your food choices. So I technically eliminate a lot of things out of my nutrition, but you're also not going to overeat if you're eating the same shit. You get fatigue. Your body just gets full. If you're always stimulating yourself with salt and then sweet and then fat and then salt and then sweet and then sugar, all this different stuff, you overeat. That's what these companies do. They create the food in a way that you don't stop eating. That's why Oreos have salt in them. That's why it's called the bliss point. That's why you fucking have that salty sweet mix. Why is there so much sodium in Oreos? Because in your brain, it gets you to keep on eating them. And guess what? That's why they're buy one, get one free. They're still making a profit off that. And plus you'll go back and get more because you can't stop eating fucking Oreos. So combine that. That's why after salty, you want sweet. Oh, I want something sweet. Oh, I want something salty. It's just habit. Your body expects something sweet afterwards. Oh, I just ate dinner. I need dessert. That's a habit. Your body is used to getting dessert, so you feel like you need something. You don't need sweet. Your body's just programmed to expect it. That's why you get hungry. That's why you get excited for dessert. It's because your body expects fucking dessert. It's fundamental habit forming. You're just programmed. You have to reprogram your shit. Sandra Dye. Papa Swolio, I had non-weight related surgeries recently and I can't move much. What's the best way to strengthen my core? Can't lift anything heavy and only lay on my sides. Physical therapy is shit. I mean, do what your physical therapist tells you. If you can't move much and you can only lay on your side, then you're not really strengthening your core. You might want to look up something. It depends on what you can do. Maybe vacuums, maybe just isometrics. You know, I don't know what you're able to do. I'm not going to tell you something that might hurt you. So refer to your physical therapist. It's like someone saying, like yesterday or something, like, oh, I'm bedridden. How can I maintain my muscle mass? It's like, you're not going to. If you can't move, if you're fucking paralyzed, like, you're going to lose muscle mass. This is what's going to happen. You do what you can and as much as you can of what you can. I don't know what to tell you without knowing more details. I'm not going to tell you to do something that might hurt you. I'm sorry to hear that, but it sounds like you will make it out of this. Okay, you're in the right place. Hey, if you're watching this, you're going to be in the right mindset to get better. What do you prefer more, kettlebells or dumbbells? Both. They're tools. I love them both. I love kettlebells. I used to use them more. I've gotten hardcore into them since the stay at home because I got some. I fucking love them. I use them today. I love them. I love kettlebells. Love it, love it, love it. Bolo Papoy. Papa Swole, would you punch Nico Kado in the face if you had a chance? No. No, I would not. Because I would not want to go to jail. I'll drop some sack on him, though. Stay tuned. More sack coming. More sack coming tomorrow. Talia, would you ever cut your hair or will you grow it longer? Well, it needs to get cut. Just because it's like, you know, well beyond, it's a split ends and shit at the bottom. But, I mean, I will trim it and it will grow. But like cut it short? I mean, how short? No. Like short? No. I won't be doing that anymore. Never again. Jen, I don't even remember the last time I had an Oreo. Preach. I don't remember. That's a good question. I just don't remember. Like who puts on the calendar? Who marks down, I had an Oreo today? And that's why people eat so many fucking Oreos, because they never track them. If you look back, oh my God, how many Oreos have I eaten? Yeah, that's why you're fat. Oh yeah, look at how many boxes and containers of Oreos you ate this year. Oh my God, how did I gain all this weight? Because you're eating food in a fucking tray. You're eating round. Why are you gaining weight? Right? Why are you getting fat? Well, it's because you're eating 2 cookies with cream stuffed in the center. That's why. How is that a good choice? How is that a good choice, you sick fucks? 2 fucking cookies and then jizz in the center. I'm not a perfect person. I've had Oreos before. I've had candy before. I've had cookies and ice cream before. I also consistently felt like shit after every time, like most people do. So what do? You have another one because it gives you that little dopamine kick. It's gross. It's gross. It really is fundamentally. Once you start eating really healthy and clean food, you look at that and you just don't crave it because it smells bad. It looks bad. It's like, what the fuck is that? I literally look at an Oreo now the way I look at this. This is an Oreo. This is a fucking Oreo. It doesn't look like how you define an Oreo, but to me, this is a fucking Oreo. This Sharpie is an Oreo. I am just as likely to eat this as I am an Oreo. Now, maybe in a year, I'll be in a situation and I'll make it and I'll eat an Oreo. I'm a grown-ass man. I'll do it if I want to. However, I doubt I will. And if I do, that's my choice. I'm just not going to complain about it. You know, you don't need my permission to eat an Oreo if you want to eat an Oreo, but doesn't make what I say any less true. Oh, but once in a while you can have this. Fine. Once in a while you can fucking feed your addiction. We'll see how that lasts long term. You start allowing cracks in your foundation and it spreads really fast. And most people don't realize how their shitty habits and their shitty choices with nutrition bleed over into other aspects of their life. It's really, it's all together. It's all a system. That Sharpie's looking good. Yeah, right? Yeah, I know. Orange. I don't use that one a lot. Oh, nuts on chin. NOC for all you beaches. Hashtag NOC. Let's see. I was asking earlier. I heard that gluten is really bad for the gut. How true is that? I eat a lot of whole grain spelt. I never notice a problem. You wouldn't notice a problem if you're always eating it. Cut it out. and see how you feel. Look up my stuff. Check out my content on the elimination diet. It's all about your individual needs. And most people don't really react well to grain, despite what most people want to believe. Yeet. My technical books, I don't have any technical books on working out and nutrition. The technical books, I don't have any books in my house. Stuff on my Kindle, my older videos. Steven, I have no idea what I've mentioned. This is episode 1465. I don't remember what happened yesterday. No joke. I mean, I can talk about like things that just post that up in the Facebook group. Like we can talk about it tomorrow. I mean, it depends on what you're interested in checking out. I don't remember what happened yesterday. Legit. I have to remember like, oh, what video did I post? What we talk about? So it depends. Depends on what you're referring to. Like what episodes, if you mean like what I talked about earlier. But yes, we had a book section. We had a book club section in X, revamping a bunch of stuff. So I'll be putting some stuff on the Amazon store and links. I think I can add some stuff with links with Audible and stuff. So I'll be adding stuff to the Amazon store and like a book list and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. I would love to. There's a lot of great podcasts and stuff like that on it. Have I ever heard of sea moss? Like actual sea moss? I mean, I guess I've heard of it. I don't know. Not probably what you're asking. I have no idea. Like eating it, like getting omega-3s, like algae. Do I find David Goggins inspirational? Sure. I mean, he's a savage. I mean, how many people that's why he has a name. That's him. He does it. He does his shit his way. And that's why it's inspirational. He leads by example. He is who he is because that's what he does and that's who he is. So people gain a lot of respect when they are unabashedly themselves. When people are authentic, they get a lot of respect, and you only really inspire people when you are authentic. I shouldn't say, I mean, a lot of people try to inspire, a lot of people are fake and sleazy about it, like marketing wise and stuff like that. But if you're truly doing your shit, people notice it. People notice when you're doing things because you do things that way. And yeah, I mean, he's definitely inspirational. And that's another thing, like he'll tell you himself, if he could do it, you can fucking do it. And a lot of what I post, the nuts on chin, a lot of the Instagram, the Twitter, the posts, a lot of that is my internal voice that I'm sharing with you. So a lot of what I tell myself, I turn out to all of you. It's like, stop being a fucking bitch. I tell myself to stop being a bitch, fucking work out, do this, do that, get this shit done. I tell myself, I'm just telling you. And I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm not perfect with all my stuff, but I do the best that I fucking can. And I do it better than a lot of people, which is why I have more results than a lot of people. It doesn't mean that I didn't have it better than some people growing up. And I'm sure I had it worse than some other people growing up. I mean, everyone's different, but like the fundamentals are still there. It's about the choices, it's about your environment, and people can change. And I think a lot of people just lean back on the fact that, oh, this is the way it is. No one can change. You can't change people. You fucking can. You can. A person can change if they're willing to change and if they're willing to work on it. It's really hard to change your identity. It's really hard to change who you are. It's really hard to change how you act because you've built these fucking habits over your entire lifetime, and it's so ingrained you don't even realize it. So it's possible to change. It depends on how willing someone is to do so. What are your thoughts on Halo Top? What is that? Oh, is that ice? I don't know what's in it. Fake fucking ice cream? Gross. Fucking gross. I don't know, you want to eat something that's like, oh, it's 100 calories. It's going to taste like it. It's tricking you. It's like a fake drug. Who knows what they put in that shit? I don't even know what they put in that. It's like artificial sweeteners. Hey, this is sweet. Hey, this tastes like ice cream, but it's not. There's other stuff in it. It's not real food. It's just feeding your addiction. Eat some food. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Do you need food? Have some fruit. Go to sleep. Drink some water. You don't need fake ice cream. But if you eat that, are you going to get fat? I mean, you're getting in less calories than other stuff. I'm not going to deny that. Probably. I don't know what the ingredients are. Kind of curious. Halo top ingredients. Here's the full list of ingredients for a pint. This is just whatever popped up on Google. Here's a full list of ingredients for a pint of Halo Top: milk and cream. Well, there you go right there. Eggs, erythritol, prebiotic fiber, milk protein concentrate, organic cane sugar, high-fat cocoa, vegetable glycerin, sea salt, organic carob gum, organic guar gum, organic stevia. Sounds pretty gross. I don't want milk concentrate, so I'll pass on that. But people are going to buy it. Why? Because it says 280 calories. So then they feel, hey, I can have the whole thing. And it's only a quarter of what a Ben & Jerry's is. Okay. I mean, that's the thing. If you do an elimination diet and you find out that you break out when you have dairy and milk doesn't do well for you, but then you're eating Halo Top and you wonder what, you're still consuming shit that fucks you up. People like to justify things in every different way. It's marketing. Why do you think that Halo Top puts in big, I just Googled it. Why do you think they put in big letters, 280 calories? Because people are thinking, oh, it's not that many calories. I can do this. I can get away with it. Why get away with something when you can thrive? Why get away with it? Everyone wants to get away with something. Why? Why not just do it the right way? Chewing on Doritos. Might want to reevaluate your screen name. My ex-boyfriend is not treating himself well. We both still love each other, and I'm unsure how to get him to start treating his body right. Any suggestions? Lead by example. Have a straightforward conversation. Your ex-boyfriend? Your ex-boy gives a shit. He's not treating him. Fuck. Are you with him or not? We both still love each other. Okay. So it's his life. You tell him what you can tell him. Like, what are you going to do? Are you trying to be with him again or what? Like, why do you care? He's your ex for a reason. Move on. Move on. Start hanging out with people that fucking take care of themselves. Lead by example. You can still suggest things, but if you're not together, then it's no business of yours, really. What's the most push-ups you've done in a row? I don't know. No idea. I think I've done it in the past. I would just be making up a number, so I'm not even going to bother. I feel like I did it a long time, but this might be 8 years ago? I forget. Yeah, I don't know. Something has 73 in my head, but that's also what Barry Bonds hit when he broke the home run record a long time ago. So that memory is really sketchy. Or 73 maybe it was at a gym. That might be someone that I might have been running the competition with people that are in the part that were members, and that was the winner and it wasn't my number. I remember 73 in my head, but I don't think I'm not sure if it was mine or not. I don't remember. That's the easy answer. Hey, Papa, new Swole member, born 5'8", waiting for her Swole gear. Hey, good for you. Congratulations. That's awesome, Joe. That's awesome. Kettled corn. What do you think protein shakes make a big deal helping build muscle? Eating food does. I mean, I don't drink protein shakes. I have some collagen protein now and again, but it's not like building muscle-wise. You don't need to be sucking down protein shakes. Those kinds of things are extra. A lot of people depend on them or think that's what's building muscle. It's food. Eat some food, eat enough food, and you're fine. I mean, if you're not getting enough protein, then a protein shake can be beneficial, but you also might be getting a lot of other shit in it, and you might not be getting a pure protein shake. Like, who knows what the fuck you're getting in addition to all that? You might be getting whey protein. What's the purity of that? How's your body digesting it? A lot of people get shits from protein powder for a reason, because your body fucking rejects it. It's trying to tell you, don't eat this. You're like, no, I need protein to grow. And then you're fucking farting yourself and shitting yourself. It's because you're eating garbage. It's powdered trash. Fernanda, do I speak any other languages? Spanish, un poquito. I haven't practiced in a long time. Kind of got tired of Spanish, no offense, living in Miami. So I was like inundated with it. And I just kind of I just kind of got over it. Just got over it. I'm like, just want to start hearing English again. Depends on where you live. Sometimes you get too much culture. But yeah. All you Spaniards, Latinos. What's your favorite lean meat? I don't like lean meat. I like fatty meat. Have I tried bison? Bison's good. I prefer fattier cuts. Bison ribeye is good too. Do you hunt? I don't. I would like to. It's a lot of time and a lot of practice, a lot of preparation. I wouldn't say I really have time now, but I'm open to it. I would. Like, in theory, like, hey, would you hunt? Like, I would. Sure. Scrolling through. I am just going to skip shitty questions. So we're wrapping up. We'll get into a couple stuff. We'll save the Swole fam post for tomorrow. We'll do that section tomorrow. We'll go right to the Swole card, because we're deep into it. I got a bunch of stuff to do tonight, so we can get some sack on your chins in the morning. What about kombucha tea? Kombucha tea, like fermented products. I like sauerkraut. A lot of stuff has been shown to be good for gut health and stuff. So, I mean, how do you like it? How does it feel for you? I don't have kombucha tea. I don't drink it. I've had it before, but you know, the stuff like in the bottles, but not in a long time. Isn't ribeye bad for you? Not in my experience. Grass-fed ribeye? Fuck. Hell no, it's not bad for you. Delicious. Fucking amazing. Any suggestions for night cramps, like muscle cramps? Magnesium. You can try a magnesium oil spray. They're very affordable on Amazon. You can get ones that are straight magnesium, or with aloe vera. You just spray it on your body and spray it on your areas maybe where you're cramping for muscle cramps. You can do Epsom salt baths. You can try a supplement like Natural Calm. Those are good. But sometimes if you're taking magnesium orally, that's what she said, you might get the shits. Like if you take a lot of magnesium, it might give you diarrhea, or if you up it too fast, but magnesium oil won't make you poop. It just might tingle and itch a little bit. So if you do it like 20 minutes and then take a shower after, you'll get enough. That'll help a lot. If that's what you mean, muscle cramps. So magnesium oil has been the biggest game changer, because I get the same thing, you know. And a lot of people that exercise, most people, and even foods that have magnesium, like, oh, these foods have magnesium. The farming methods and how depleted the soil is, you're not getting the minerals, even when it says, oh, this food has a high in magnesium. It's not what you need. So if you're exercising a lot and, you know, you're not eating, let's say, enough avocados, like, you know, the foods that have magnesium, it's good to have. You'll get more if you're eating things like organ meats and stuff like that too, but a lot of people aren't eating nose to tail. Super easy. You get like the magnesium spray, was it $12, $20 or something like that? It'll last you fucking months. I agree, Carrie. I'm a 48-year-old Norwegian woman who's been obese most of my adult life, binge eating, etc. I didn't click until I started listening to you. Why get away with it when you can thrive? I agree. Dropping salty sacks every day. How do you lose weight without excess skin? Depends. Sometimes you don't. Your skin isn't like magic. If you stretch it out and you lose weight really fast, or you stretched it really fast, you gain weight really fast, you might have it. You can't always lose weight appropriately. Losing it slowly, losing it slower. Some people say higher repetitions work better or more cardio. I don't know. I mean, a lot of times it's surgery. Sometimes people recoil fat a little bit better than others. But it depends on, I guess, how much and how quickly you gained, how much you gained, how much you're losing, how fast you lose. All right. So we got this Swole card. Let's go right into the Swole card. Let's go right into the Swole card today, and we'll do a lot of Swole fam stuff tomorrow. We'll go deep into the comments in tomorrow. So tomorrow, for a reminder for members, if you want to learn more, you can check out Swolenormousx.com. And remember, tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, for those of you that are part of the Swole fam, we got our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. We'll go over the new releases, the new drops, brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged, exclusive for members only, Inside Swole TV, and also a brand new Swolenormous Procast episode 5. Oh, and a reminder for those of you that are members and have access to Swole TV, the first 3 episodes, they are on the Swolenormous channel, but the first 3 episodes are also available inside Swole TV now. So for those of you that were looking for them, those are live inside Swole TV, so you can find the previous 3 episodes. You don't have to go looking for them on the YouTube channel. So you got it. All right, here we go. Let's get some Swole card action. Where are you, Tessie? Yeah, remember, if you want to follow Tess Hornaday on Instagram, do so. Here we go. Swole card time. Hashtag NOC. Salty sack. Salty sack. Who's got that salty sack? Who's dropping salty sack? That's a swing and a miss. We're going round 2. Oh my goodness, round 2. You ready? I'm seeing some really weird questions. You people are strange. Weird motherfuckers out there. Dun, 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 dun. Ask Papa Swolio, NOC. Dun, 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 dun. The buzzer. None. Again? Again? What the fuck is going on? What's going on here? Let me come back to here. What's going on? Let me get that Tess Hornaday shit out there. A swing and a miss again. I swear to God, this never happens. I swear to God, this never happens. Okay, we'll try it again. One more time. I might have to go deep. I might have to go more recent with the post. I'm just scrolling. Every time it lands, I get an Ask Papa Swolio, or I get a nothing. No. Jen, no. General Butt Naked, no. No hashtag. No hashtag. Hamstra, what up, dude? Congratulations. I fucking finally landed on someone. You man bronies. Congratulations. Send us an email to Swolenormous, support@swolenormous.com with the hashtag SwoleCard1465. Congratulations. Congratulations. Watt out. And send us an email to support, and of course your mailing address in the body of the email. So email support@swolenormous.com and send us your address in the body of the email. So congratulations, Josh, if I'm not mistaken, but congratulations for winning today's Swole card. I am all over the place. Where's my camera? There's my camera. Here's my thing. And I'm back. You're welcome. I'm back. So Tess Hornaday, our little Vanna White looking sexy like a snack. So congratulations, Hamstra. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations. Everyone say congratulations. Ah, you fucking babies. Be nice. Be nice.
Come on, stop whining.
Maybe you win tomorrow. Okay, maybe you win tomorrow. But you got to be Swole fam only tomorrow. Swole fam only tomorrow. So if you want to win tomorrow's, you got to join the Swole fam. If you want to learn more, go check out Swolenormousx.com. I have all that stuff down below. If you want to try a class, I don't think I have in the description of this video yet, but in my previous videos, if you want to try a free Swole class, try a Swole class. If you can't make it through the whole thing, do 15 minutes. It exposes you a little bit to something challenging. So it's kind of like an all levels. Maybe it's a little hard of some people. Maybe it's too easy. Try it. It's a great class. We'll have some other samples too coming up soon, so you can go and check it out. Also, if you want to join, if you want to be there for tomorrow's Swole Fam podcast, and for the accountability meetings every single week, you can get started for less than $3. And if you love the NOC, if you love the fucking sack, tomorrow, brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged. So it's essentially a private YouTube. Swole TV is for members only. So we got a brand new Procast and a brand new episode 5 of the Swolenormous Procast for members only inside Swole TV, and also a brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged, plus all the awesome releases coming tomorrow. So brand new stuff coming tomorrow. And of course, we'll talk about it then, 12 noon Eastern time. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1465 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. See you tomorrow for 1466. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy. Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then y'all found that